So we are going to talk about the reaction, or the topic is reaction versus response. Okay. So what do we do with the reaction is better or the response? So as we were talking, as I was saying, reaction is on the basis of the past memories that we have stored in our intellect body. We react on that basis. We always, whenever the situation comes up, we are reacting on the information of that, from that, whatever is coming up from the intellect body, we automatically react. Just as I gave you the example of a dog coming into the room and some people patting it, some people being afraid of it. That is because on the past experiences they had that bad experience, so they are scared of it. Now how to, and as I said, all the more usually the bad reactions are from the on the basis of the fear, out of the fear. So we can always overcome it by going and patting the dog and overcoming that fear and seeing the dog is not dangerous. That is one way of explaining it, how it's important to react, how we are reacting, and the response is when we overcome our fear and go and pat the dog, that is responding to the situation.
Madhu,
Yes.
in this example with the videos, I'm seeing more of the like deeper psychological things that are playing out here. It's not as these issues here in this video are not.
Okay, so in this video, if you see the first video also and the second video, what is it here? We are, first of all, when we are justifying our reactions on the basis, first of all, in the first video, what was
the husband and the wife?
Yes,
that was terrible.
Yes, the husband doesn't stand up for his wife, yes. Right? So when he's not standing up for his wife and she's getting angry at that. Now I'm not telling you that that you can be stupid and accept everything right. as they are, okay? But you can also, if you want to talk to the person, you don't have to blow up, you know, or erupt. We can always talk, and we can. So that would be a response when we talk to the person and tell them. Also, if you have noticed, when we react in an anger, people stop listening to us. They are watching our anger and they are reacting to that anger. They are not no more listening to what we are trying to tell them or the message that we are trying to send to them.
Like
they listen when we are talking. Yes, they shut down, and you shut down too.
The good one, and she looked like the bad one.
Yes.
Because of the fact that it went on and on.
So what is happening is here is that if we talk instead of reacting in an anger, if we sit and talk calmly, look, I didn't like the way you did not stand up for me. Maybe that will register more to him than being shouting at him and reacting in an anger. Now, secondly, what I saw in this video was that our own, if you understand also, it is our own expectations that create all these problems in our relationships. You know, I expect my husband to stand up for me. Well, I'm standing up for myself, and if I want him to stand up for me, then maybe I can tell him, as I said, tell him and see if he wants to change. If he doesn't want to change, can you force somebody? No, you can't. So that is how we have to just learn to accept and move on. You defend yourself. I'm not telling you that if somebody is coming to slap you, you say, okay, this is my cheek. No, you defend yourself, you move away. And you also can talk to him or whatever, in whichever way. The main thing I want to suggest is that if you react in a negative manner, then you are also not only creating a bad karma, but the person to whom you are reacting is not getting the message at all. And the situation is not getting better, it is only going to get worse. In the second scenario also, if you look at that, the mother taking the dog to the pound and the child getting very angry.
Sent out to a
yes.
Facility.
Yes. So the child getting angry also. Now again, everybody is reacting out of, they are justified in their reactions. But again, if we sit down and talk to each other and respond to each other, we can clarify in the first place only. The mother could have told the son in the beginning only that I don't like this dog, let's find a solution to it, or whatever the way they could have found it. They did not. Instead, it was always constant reaction.
That was deliberate on her part.
Yes.
Because she doesn't
So
have she doesn't have the wherewithal.
yes, she's not thinking the way he's thinking, and
She
as
knew what she did.
also she's not looking. So she's not acting out of love, is she?
No.
So that's what I'm saying. If you are going to act out of fear, the mother is also acting out of fear of the dog.
No.
Because she doesn't like him.
No.
She
wasn't afraid
She
of the
doesn't
dog.
love this. The problem is with the child.
It was with the boy.
The boy.
It was
Yes.
with
She doesn't love the boy.
It had nothing to
Okay.
do with
She
the
don't
dog.
So-
she
She
don't
was
care.
hurting the child.
Okay.
And she knew that was the best way to hurt her.
Okay.
With the
So
dog.
so whatever the logic,
I hate that
whatever the reasoning
I hate that
behind
woman.
is, the main thing is that
Yes.
she did not react. She responded. She thought about it and she did it. Right? Even though it was a negative thing that she did. So a response doesn't mean that you're always going to respond. You can people who want to hurt others, they respond, they think about it, they even plan, and then they respond. That is a response.
Yeah.
Reaction is
Yeah.
automatically. Reaction is simultaneously. It is not planned, but respond is planned, whether negative or positive. So we have to see. So as I always say that you should respond rather than react. Why? Simply because when we are reacting in a negative manner, we are creating a bad karma for us. We are hurting ourselves and others. So there is only hurt, there is only fear, and there is only negativity that is being created. But if we are responding, then we can choose to respond in a positive manner. We can choose to not hurt each other. We can choose to create a good karma to help each other out rather than. So this is a choice that we are making. But we can only make a choice in the response, not in the reaction. Reaction is coming out of the past memory, and you are automatically happening. It is happening without you even thinking about it.
It can turn
Just-
out to be a good reaction, though.
Yes, if it's as I said, if it's a good reaction, then and it's not hurting anybody, it doesn't matter. But if it is a bad reaction, then it does matter. If you
Because we do.
suppose,
Sometimes if we don't react, it can affect us physically. We're trying to control ourselves and keep ourselves down, but we could hurt ourselves physically.
yes, you have to react also to the situation. Like if there's a bus coming and you're crossing the road, you have to react to come back, right? You have to run back.
Yeah.
So that is also a reaction, but
Yeah.
that is for your protection. So anything that's going to help you and help others is fine. That is a reaction that you need. Just like I was telling you that like a baseball player, when he's told to practice how to hit with the ball, with the bat so many times, what is happening? We are creating a pathway to the nervous system. In our nervous system, we have created a memory, a pathway, and as a result, even when he's in a game, doesn't have to now think how to hit the ball, because automatically with that memory in his body and in his mind, he is able to swing the bat as soon as the ball comes in. Also with the driving, that's another example. You want to learn driving, you first learn what is the key, how to put the key in, and how to start the car, where is the brake, where is the accelerator. You have to learn all these things. But once you've learned, you are automatically doing all those things out of your memory. A memory in your body, in your nervous system, and in your mind has been created. So that memory is working automatically. You don't have to keep thinking about how to do it. You do it automatically. Your body will do it automatically. Even the habits, those habits, a lot of people have different habits. Those are also coming out of the memory. It becomes a habit. It's not only registered in the mind, but also in your body. The body, in the nervous system, it has created a habit. And now, even if you're doing nothing, when you're not even thinking about it, if you have a habit of pulling the hair, you will start pulling the hair.
That's automatic.
So that is automatically happening, and that is a reaction. That is a reaction. But when we think and stop ourselves, or when we are thinking So these kind of reactions are not hurting anybody. So that's fine. They are for your protection, they are for your well-being, they are for your living, day-to-day living. That's fine. These kind of reactions are needed. Because this is why you created that memory. This is why you learned how to drive. You learned how to swing the bat with the ball. So this is fine. This is a reaction that you need. But response is needed if you're reacting in a negative manner. Supposing you react every time when Barbara comes in, you are reacting in a negative manner. You don't like her, and now you're getting angry. Why, or irritated, and you're starting to get angry. So that is a reaction that you have to stop. You have to think and you have to respond in a positive manner. She has an equal right to be in the room just like you have. So that is where the reaction and the response comes in. So anything that hurts others is not good. Reaction or response also, because that is creating your bad karma. And what goes around will come around somewhere or the other, right? So the reaction and the response, it is always better to respond. That way you can get time to think how to act or react in the situation in your own manner. Now the way to, as I said, if you're getting angry at Barbara coming in, the best thing is to take a couple of breaths. Before reacting, take a couple of breaths. Or in mentally just move back. Okay, she's coming in, I'm not going to react. So stop yourself at that point. Stop yourself. When you stop yourself, then now you are responding. Okay, if you take a couple of breaths, now you've distanced yourself from the situation that's happening in the room and yourself and your reaction. Now when you take a step back, or when you take a couple of breaths, now whatever you do it will be your response. Okay, it is not automatically, it is not out of your control. You are thinking about it and then you are acting. So when we think about it and when we act, that is a response. And when we just automatically react to the situation, that is a reaction. Did I answer your question, Brenda? Did you understand? No matter how she's trying to justify, it is still not good.
I understood everything you said. Now, what happens if, I think I know the answer. I don't even have to ask you. Let's say somebody comes in, and I don't like the person. But I'm not going to react. I'm going to step back, think about it, so then I'm responding.
Yes.
But 2 minutes later, I'm angry, so I lose.
So when you react, it is up to you to react. When you're responding, then you can choose to respond in a negative and positive manner. But if you do respond in a negative manner, that is a bad karma that we are creating. Okay, so you have a choice. You want to create it, don't forget that what goes around will come around. So that is the difference between the reaction and the response. So reactions, we have to learn to because reaction is coming out of as I said, it is, you're not in the control at that time. When it's something you're reacting to the situation, we are not controlling ourselves. And people to whom you're reacting, if you're trying to send them a message, they stop listening anyway, because now they're noticing your reaction rather than listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So how is it effective? It's not effective at all.
So if you respond, but you like that woman with the dog, she responded, she thought about it, wasn't a reaction, but it wasn't good. So that karma will come back to her.
Yes, of course. And the boy who reacted, he's a small boy. He did react to his mom shouting and throwing a tantrum.
He reacted to the dog.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He was hurt.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. He also reacted to the situation. Now things like that happen to us also. We react and erupt. But as I said, and he's a small child, so from the children to expect to understand and have this deeper understanding that it's better to respond than to react is not practical. But for the adults, for us, if we can choose to learn to respond rather than react.
Madhu, if I was in a restaurant with another couple and they blame me for whatever it is, and my husband is gonna sit there and let me defend myself and he's not gonna say a word, I don't think I could just sit there and respond.
Well, but it might be better that way because he might exacerbate things if he.
No, we could, I'd be in a divorce court the day after, I'm telling you, I would, because you.
So that is what I'm saying.
What kind
So
of
that
person
is the
sits there
reaction.
and doesn't defend his wife?